maybe it's just gone by too quickly. I can't say I'm going to enjoy this, but it has to be done. The first part of my speech, I think, is probably really boring. So it's a real test of your listening skills. Listen really carefully, you'll get the message. The second part, I think, it gets a little bit lighter. I have a lot to say, so please forgive me if I'm using the notes here. Try not to make it too boring. You know, for many years I've sat in this hall and I looked at the message up here on that crest above the stage Labor Omnia Vincit. And I asked myself this question: is this true about life? Or is it just true about life in school? Well, in my opinion, the truth is it's only part of the truth. And you know, I think it's really tough sometimes to be a pupil in QC. The expectations of your parents and teachers alike are very high and difficult to achieve outstanding results. It's very hard to live up to that. But you know, as I look at that banner there across the back of the hall, I see the phrase "pursuit of excellence." And I'd like to remind you and tell you today that the key word in that phrase is pursuit. It's the journey. It's trying to achieve the goals that you set yourself in life. Or, put it more simply, do something special about them. And if you do so-called fail, remember it's an opportunity for you to learn how to do things the right way. In QC, I'm sure everybody would agree, a great deal of stress is placed on the study of science and maths, in which, of course, many of you excel and go on to pursue a career as doctors and biologists, biochemists, lawyers, accountants, and so on. Well, that's all very well and wonderful. But you know, if you see the pursuit of excellence only in those narrow constraints within that narrow vision, then your vision of the world will be extremely limited as well, and so your experience will be limited too. You know, in my time at this school, 12 years, a long time, I have encountered the most amazing diversity of talent. Public speakers, debaters, actors, artists, writers, inventors, photographers, singers, musicians, philosophers, historians, horticulturalists, basketball, football, table tennis, badminton players, and I have to say, young teachers in the making. Fantastic. In fact, there is so much talent in this school that I wonder why it's not more evident. It comes out on open days, but what about all the rest of the year? What happens to that talent during the rest of the time? What about paintings and calligraphy and photographs on the walls, sculptures in the corridor, craft work in every corner of this school? Why not construct a dinosaur or a robot or a vehicle made of recycled cans and bottles and place it right there in the entrance of the school so everybody can see what you're capable of doing? Every year a competition is held in the school called Odyssey of the Mind. It involves just a small group of boys who are selected for their ability to think creatively, to step outside the box. But you know, for all of you, every day should be an odyssey of the mind. Every day, every opportunity you have to be creative, go for it. A much wiser teacher than me once told a group of boys, We don't read and write poetry and stories because it's cute. We read and write poetry and stories because we're members of the human race. And the human race is filled with passion. Medicine, law, business, engineering, these are wonderful, noble pursuits necessary in life. But literature, language, romance, love, art, and the endless possibilities of the imagination, these are what we live for. These are the things that make us truly human. You see, there is really a place in the world for everybody, no matter what your talent may be. We can't all be leaders of tomorrow. We can't all be pillars of society. But we can all become fulfilled and well-rounded individuals with the capacity to love and care for other people. You know, there is excellence in being a loving and caring person, in being a good son, a good brother, a good husband, a good father. Don't be afraid to be yourself, to follow your dream, whatever it might be, to pursue excellence in whatever makes you happy. Academic excellence alone doesn't make a school great, nor the fact that it's the oldest and best known school in Hong Kong or anywhere else. What makes a school great is that the experience of being a part of that school cannot be put into words, and it can never be forgotten. A great school is a place where people feel a sense of belonging, not just while they're there, but if you check out the back of this room, but even long after they have left it. A great school is not just about what other people think it is, but it's what you think it is and what you make it each and every day that you're here. Apart from the long tradition of history of academic excellence, there's something here in this place that makes the QC experience unique, and I'll tell you what that is, in my opinion. QC is the happiest school I have ever taught in. It's a community within a community. Citizens, that's what you are, all of them, who care about one another and go about their business in a safe, warm, and very, very supportive environment. A place, actually, where it's often easy to forget that it's actually a school, but rather a way of life. Behind me here on the stage this morning, and I say this in all sincerity, is the most dedicated and caring group of teachers I have met in 37 years. Not only have they been a pleasure to work with, but I'm very proud to count them among my friends. I'm going to miss them very much. These wonderful people deserve your respect and admiration. Give it to them every day, and they will continue to give you everything and a little bit more. Right, that's the boring bit. Well, here we go. What happens to Mr. Carey now? What about life after QC? Well, you know, I may look like a dinosaur or a fossil, but I still have a few dreams left in my life, you know. I want to become manager of the Irish football team. I want to lead them to victory in Euro 2016.
16. And you know what? We're going to beat Spain 4-0 in the final. The next one is a bit strange. I want to marry Lady Gaga. Sorry, Mr. Lee. I want to become principal of QC. Actually, it's a lot of fun to dream, even at my age. You know. But actually, I'm heading back to the UK, to my family and 3 naughty but very beautiful grandchildren. I want to teach in a language school. I want to start what we call a mobile catering business, which is cooking food and going around different parts of the country or the area, selling food and that kind of thing, with my wife. I want to play rock music. I bought my first electric guitar in Tom Lee's here in Hong Kong. And maybe write a few more very silly novels if I can. Oof. I leave QC far wiser, and I think a far better teacher than when I came here 12 years ago. Over the years, you have brought out the best in me. Whatever I have to give, you brought it out the best, I think. And I don't think any teacher could ask for more than that anywhere. In fact, I tell you honestly, you've taught me far more about myself than I ever taught you about relative causes or full stops or all those boring things. Thank you for listening to me. Sorry, most of the time. Remember that. Thank you for giving me the best years of my life as a teacher. Thank you to 5C and the other S5 boys for the confidence and the faith that you showed in me, especially in recent weeks. Unfortunately, not everything in life works out the way you want. But the important thing is not to be afraid of tomorrow. Believe in yourself. Focus on your future. That's why you're here. Stand up for what you believe in. Speak your mind. If they refuse to listen, speak louder. The fighting spirit that you showed me is unlike anything I've come across before. I'm very proud of it. And if that spirit is a sign of Hong Kong's future, then I think it's a very bright future indeed. Thank you, Mr. Lee, for putting up with me for so long and signing my contracts each year. Thank you to the APs for being so tolerant of my shortcomings. Thank you. Thank you to all the members of the English department for being so wonderful and beautiful, including people. Thank you to Miss Bennett for being such a pleasant guest. A great friend. And someone I was always able to talk to. Thank you to Miss Mona Lee. Listen to these words. The most lovable and hard-working HOD I've ever met, and the only angel I know who doesn't have wings. and the general staff of this school, who often go unnoticed but who work incredibly hard, and who always manage to be cheerful and friendly, and who have always treated me with great courtesy and respect and patience. Finally, there is one more person I'd like to thank today. Someone who is as much a part of this school as the badge on your uniform. I hope I get this right. His name is Dai Gay. Dai Gay.
Oh.
Dai Gay. You know that gentleman who cleans the school now. And the reason why I tell you this is because over the past 12 years, he's kept me feeling young. Do you know how? Every time he passes me in the corridor or anywhere in the school, he always said to me, "Handsome boy." Anyway, I'm going back, as I said, to my family in the UK. But you know, I'm leaving behind me the biggest, most wonderful extended family anyone could ask for. Saying goodbye is never easy, but as I look at you today, it's important to remember that without a goodbye, there would never have been a hello in the first place. As I said to a remarkable woman very recently, you can take the man out of QC, but you can't take QC out of the man. Think about it.